Hello, my name is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel and to another day of Vlogmas. We are starting today's vlog on the road. We are going to test drive a Tesla. I have never been inside a Tesla, driven one, anything with a Tesla. The husband has, because he has a coworker that has one. I only have secondhand exposure to Tesla other than some of the antics on Twitter, aka X. I really don't follow anything with Elon that often, so the only thing that I know is what I hear from other people. The husband, he's obsessed with the Cybertruck, so that much I know. So we have an appointment at 1 o'clock
that we're going to be late
for, but that's neither here nor there.
You can blame her reaching the racetrack on that.
Well, I didn't know that you had made the appointment for 1 o'clock, so I was taking my sweet time at racetrack.
Stopping at racetrack.
Okay, the universal sign of me having my cup should have given you the clue. And look at this, another Bucky shirt. It's Grogu. Why do you love the Cybertruck so much?
Why do I love the Cybertruck so much?
Yes, because I personally think it's pretty hideous looking, but it's not my vehicle.
That's an opinion, not a fact. Some people don't want to look like they're driving just a minivan that's been squished into an SUV form. You know, some people want, a vehicle that actually looks like a concept vehicle.
Is that an attack on my SUV?
I'm just saying. Like, they come out with these concept vehicles all the time, but what actually ends up hitting the road is usually the same boring freaking vehicles
it all looks
year
the same.
after year after year. So it would be nice if the concept vehicles actually hit the road. And this is the first time that it's actually been something that's futuristic looking. That doesn't look like just a slight different thing from the year before.
It's very what's the Back to the Future car?
It's
the
very
DeLorean.
Much like a DeLorean, stainless steel.
DeLorean adjacent.
The DeLorean was a great vehicle. The owner was bat nuts, and that was ultimately what led to the failure of DeLorean was poor leadership.
But what else other than the cosmetic part of it?
Other than the cosmetic part of it would be the price. Like, they've, for the most part, have kept the price relatively what they started at. I mean, I think originally it was $49.99. I think now it's like 50 something for the base model version of it. But there's no dealer to be involved, so there's no stupid markups like there was on the F1. Like the Ford Lightning, for example, an electric vehicle that originally, when it launched, was supposed to be like $39.95. And then what happened? They put out all these tax incentives for electric vehicles that gave everybody on almost $10,000 tax credit. So what ended up happening? Ford said, well, I'm going to raise the price $10,000 MSRP so that we get that money and not freaking buyers, which is so infuriating. I will never buy a Ford. It's just not going to happen. And then on top of that, you get the dealer markups, and the dealer markups are based on demand. So if you have a Ford F-150 in your area, it is not selling anywhere near MSRP. The dealers are marking it up 100%, making it twice as expensive. As it's supposed to be. Tesla is a direct-to-consumer model. So if I go, like we are today, to a demo location where I can test drive it, they're not allowed to sell me a car. They're not allowed to have an inventory of Teslas that they can sell at markup based on demand of that local market or fluctuate the price. All they can do is let me drive one and then point me to a website to order one if I want to order one, and it is whatever the price is on the website. There are places there to get markups, to get automated driving or a different paint color that's more expensive, or whatever customization features. But I mean, that's on any vehicle. If you ordered a Ford, it would be the same way. The difference is there's no local dealership with inventory they got to get rid of, or inventory they have control of to create demand. And have ridiculous markups for stupid crap.
So it is just, the price is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. and it gets, delivered to the dealership, or not dealership, but to the Tesla location, and then you pick it up, or if there's one already available that has your wants and needs, then it's not even shipped to the place. It's already in lot and inventory or whatever, if wherever. 2023 was the first year that Tesla actually made it to Consumer Reports recommended list of vehicles, and they made a very good point of that Tesla is really good at making electric vehicles. It's just really bad at being a car manufacturer. And because there's more things to being a car manufacturer than just making a good car, it's having the supply chain of parts, the training of serviceability, having the infrastructure in place for people to get their vehicles properly maintained or repaired if there's been an accident or whatever. Tesla falls way behind in Ford and Chevy and other more established places, because those places already have that infrastructure in place that's been around for
quite some
hundreds
time.
of years. So Tesla's only been around for what, 20, 15, something like that. But it's what it needs. Like, we need disruption in this area because it's become too much. Bad practices that aren't regulated are just running rampant, especially in the local dealership markets when it comes to selling vehicles.
As much as it pains me to say this, because I really do not like Elon, I'm kind of obsessed. And I knew this was going to happen. But we were on our test drive, and they let you take it by yourself, so you don't have to talk to anybody. And we just got the rundown, and they gave us a valet key to drive down to Costco and back, and we're both going to test drive. I'm kind of obsessed with the interior. The one thing I wanted with my car was a sunroof, and this whole thing is a giant sunroof.
So this is the Model 3.
This is the Model 3.
Oh wow, yeah, that regenerative braking is a little weird. I mean, you can get used to it though. Right, here we go.
Ah! Oh, that's smooth. That's smooth. Well, I knew I was. You know how I am with new cars, and you know how I am with test driving anything. Like, I'm immediately going to want it, so you can see your surroundings of vehicles. And someone just walked across the street in front of us, and it showed a little person walking.
Is that a heated steering wheel? Heated seats?
Very minimalistic, which I didn't think. Which I didn't think I would like, but I'm kind of here for it.
When I turn my blinker on,
Right onto Barrett Lakes Boulevard Northwest.
It shows you.
shows you who's in your blind spot, essentially, which is what I had my mirror pointed at.
Nice.
I always point my mirrors a little bit wider than others. People, I've noticed, do.
Here is a cubby, in case you care about interior type stuff like I do. It's pretty deep too. And then you just push it up and it automatically closes. And I'm assuming these are like maybe charging pads. I don't know. Maybe you get, that's something you can get for wireless
I
charging.
got my phone.
But at least you could plop your phone there if anything. And there's the armrest, kind of deep, and they're kind of felt lined, fabric lined too.
That is kind of, the blind spot thing is kind of nice. Like, I just used it to switch lanes.
And take the second exit.
It's a very smooth ride. Like, oh. That was only 50 miles an hour, and that felt faster.
That's some tight steering too. That felt good. That felt really good. Look at the cones. It's showing the cones.
Oh yeah. There's road work right here, and it also shows you on here where all the little cones are. The lease on them was only $329, which isn't that bad. I mean, it's cheaper than my car payment. I mean, granted, it's a lease, but I'm just saying.
Pull into this parking spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, what is it? See how tight the steering is? Can you cut? So it's about 3 spots. And
Yeah,
then
it like
you should be able to land perfectly right where you were. In the exact same spot.
You pretty much did.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I mean, come on. I've been driving the same truck for like 17 years. So
Yeah, but Cybertruck, if the Cybertruck wasn't in the picture, Would you?
Oh, when I put it in reverse, the side mirrors tilted down. I guess to look for kids.
Yeah, maybe to look. Yeah, interesting. And then here's all the cameras. You're in reverse right now. Here's all your cameras.
Oh yeah, there's that regenerative stopping.
All of the gears are on this right here.
And there's the blinkers that change.
And you have little tracker balls to navigate the navigation system over here. But it's also touchscreen too, so. And then right here shows you if you're in park, reverse, neutral, drive. What is it, this button?
Yeah, put your...
Oh. So I just tried to open up the back seat. And when you do, here's your handle, you push it. The window cracked. As soon as I opened it up.
Yeah, I think it does that on purpose.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I forget the reason.
Here's the interior. Very nice. And it's got that new car smell, which everybody loves. It's kind of a basic back seat. You have air vents for the back seat, and you have your pockets. Let's see what the legroom's like. I'm 5'8" for reference, and I'm comfortable. The seat isn't all the way back, but it's not all the way forward either. So this would be comfortable if you're on a road trip or whatever. Be kind of tight for 3 people back here, I think, but that's with any sedan back seat, I feel. So if you had a kid in the middle and another adult, but for 3 adults, depending on their size, it might be tight. But here is my favorite part. The sunroof, sky roof, moon roof, whatever it is. And then there's also the car seat locks in the back as well. The trunk is big enough for this 5'10" gentleman. So whenever I need to get rid of his body, that's your trunk.
It's huge.
Yeah, it goes way back there.
Probably just black void on camera.
But I don't think all of our luggage would fit in there. And there's a little cubby. $42,000 for this particular Model 3 real wheel drive.
There's a cubby right here.
As configured, it starts at $35,000, and then there's some other stuff in there too.
That's a lot of vehicle for $35,000, I think.
No, I agree. Here's the frunk. Not much space, but if you were just picking up some groceries or just had a few things, jackets would be good up here, because I feel like we have so many sweaters and jackets that take up our back seat. Because one of us, by us I mean me and the girl, we're always cold. Our issue is that there's 3 of us, and we also take your parents' places, and then we have our 110-pound dog. It's never all of us together, but I'm just thinking on the rare occasion when we travel and have to go to the airport and stuff like that. So the seats do fold down, so that gives you some extra space for luggage or trips to Home Depot, like we like to do. Drop down armrest, cup holder in the back seat as well. I didn't check the cup holders. How many cup holders do we have in here? Because mine's got a lot. So there's 2 in the armrest in the back, and then 2 in the front, and then you also have what looks like maybe cup holders in the door. My car has that as well. Here are your seat adjusters, and then it even says Model 3 right here on the foot thing. Y'all, I knew this was gonna happen, and I hate it, because I hate Elon, but here we are.
What do you want?
I'm trying to fix the steering wheel, because it's, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Steering. I don't like, though, that there's no
Tilt.
that part.
Tilt would be nice.
And then the mirrors. Buckle up, because with this regenerative braking, I'm probably going to drive like someone who's learning to drive for the first time.
I'm buckled.
If you take your foot, though, off the gas for the regenerative braking, do your brake lights come on to make sure that the person behind you knows that you're like slowing down or you're potentially stopping?
I believe so.
I will say this, it does feel very easy to see, like very open. I like that everything is just very open and clear, so you don't have as many blind spots, especially driving here in Atlanta. Like, you need all the help you can get.
And it shows the stop sign, or dead.
Oh yeah. So for the most part, I feel like you only really need the brake pedal is if you really have to stop.
Put on the brakes, yeah.
But in traffic, especially stop and go traffic like we have, it's nice too because you don't even have to have your foot on the brake. Like you could just sit here at this light with your foot off the brake. I'm just saying that if you were stopped in a dead still with traffic or there was a backup or whatever, not having to have your foot on the brake the whole entire time is nice. I think the braking is the one that it would be hard to get used to. But then like anything, you would get used to it before you know it, and it would be second nature, like driving is now.
Right. It's a new way of driving that you'd have to get used to. It is different from anything you've ever driven before.
It's so quiet.
There's no gas, internal combustion engine.